And I don't know if you still have it, but I sent you in the Slack the story card from Pitbull Tracker.
Make doit mentions in map KP hyperlinks.
Yep. So I don't actually know what they're supposed to be hyperlinks to. So if we, depending on how far we get, we'll probably just have them be hyperlinks to example.com, and then we'll like post in Slack and be like, "Hey, Sam, what do you want it?"
Okay.
But that's fine because like most of the work is just turning them into hyperlinks anyway. So if you saw those when you were on the page, right?
Yeah, these.
Yeah. Do you want just to sanity check, like inspect element roughly on where it is?
So the map legend.
Mm-hmm.
And what are we looking for? Just like
Nothing. I'm just like staring at the DOM.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. And so we're supposed to turn what exactly into hyperlinks? Part of that sentence or all that sentence or something?
Let's see. This is making the doit word in the key a hyperlink to the site.
Okay.
So it's like just the word doit.
Okay. Cool.
So is it just like here?
Yeah, I think it's literally just that one mention of the word do it that we want to turn into a hyperlink.
Volunteer opportunities from doit directory. So how do we even get like this? Like does this change or is this just old text?
I think that's just text.
Okay.
My understanding is this is not JavaScript, and so it's just there's a view template in the views directory. Yeah, let's just poke around a little bit. How comfortable are you with grep or something like that? Grep might be used. Oh yeah, or that. Boom.
Map legend script HTML. Just share. Cool.
Yeah.
So do we actually have to like change this text as well?
No, I think we just need to wrap an A tag or maybe something more Railsy than an A tag. I'm actually not very familiar anymore with how to program views in Rails, but I think there's like a link to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is that like we don't have that text. So what are we going to be adding the link to like because they just want it to be literally just like this word do it, right?
Okay. Well,
You know?
is that word not here somewhere?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you let me make this a little bigger.
How's that shit get on the page then?
Can I close this?
Yeah, you can. It'll force a reload, but yeah.
So if you get check on my screen. So we don't actually have that text anywhere here. That's why.
Oh, okay. So the story card wants us to change the copy a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Unless is this not up to date with like live? Like, I wonder if we should check live just to see. Is that possible?
Yeah. I'm actually gonna have to remember what the production hyperlink is. I think it's like Hero CN UK.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, Heron arrowcn.org.uk. Interesting.
Nope. Okay, so it looks like we
Okay,
should update
so
the
that's
copy.
not copy.
Oh, you know what? We're on the wrong page. Click over to the volunteers tab.
Womp womp.
There it is.
All right, cool.
Got it. Okay. So one of the things about this project is that it is strictly DDD. I guess I shouldn't say strictly because everybody here is very cool, but one of the ideas is that we try as hard as possible to be TDD. So it's like totally fine if we want to like just mess around and like make it work, but the first commit should be a test, or the first commit should be a test and the code that makes it pass. Like, I don't mind though if we want to spike a little bit. I'm so, like I said, rusty with just regular Rails views. I don't remember, like, maybe we should like grep around and look for another example to use of link to. Yeah.
I feel like this. See, this is interesting because we want to link to and then we want to have the text continue. So I wonder if we would have to just like close the TD, add the link to, and then add another TD. That makes sense.
Yeah. That's true. I don't know what happens. I mean, what happens if we just throw one of those like Ruby magic tags in there
The link
in
to.
the middle of the sentence? Is it gonna break the flow of the text?
Let's see. Wow, I really want to.
Yeah, I think like the first argument is what appears. The second argument maybe is a URL, and there's room for more arguments, but that might be all we need just to test the concept.
Do you want a URL?
Just put like example.com.
And we just like that.
Yeah, put quotes around the URL. Yeah, I guess. Let's see if the Rails server blows up if we try to load that.
No.
Interesting. But is it a link?
No link. I think that what do we have to like?
What does the Rails server show right now?
We're putting at 200. Be clear.
That's weird. How does this not bother it? Sanity check and like replace the
I'm not
word.
doing anything in my terminal. So be checking the
Or you're
log.
checking production.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely done that before.
There we go.
All right, and I think you're on the organizations page, so pop that.
We wanted to go to volunteers.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, I can't understand that.
Looks like this would probably.
This is probably super hacky, but oh, never mind.
Wouldn't we have to just like close this TD? Like that too. Looks right. I feel like we need like 80% here.
I'm gonna grep around really quickly to see if I can see any similar examples of where this thing happens in the app. I mean, oh, you know what? So I just jumped over to a random page. Are you able to see my screen?
So you're on the. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just on some random page. But I'm wondering if we can just have like multiple things like this. And just like stack 3 tags like that inside of one TD, like multiple Ruby tags inside one TD, and then have one of the Ruby tags be the link to in the middle, and then have like left and right of it some Ruby tags that just return strings. I don't know if that works, but it might work.
So get rid of these TDs.
Right, basically turn those, yeah. Oh snap, it works.
Well, it's not.
Well, yeah, there's a, I guess we got, I was wrong about the arguments, but that actually worked.
Yeah.
Weird, I thought that's what we originally tried.
I think, oh, I don't know my editor. All right. Yeah, so this link is a little off, so.
Let me Google link to real quick. Rails.
I feel like we need a comma.
Oh, yeah, I can't see your editor. Is there not a comma between the arguments?
Nice try. There's a comma now.
Nice, okay.
Cool.
And it doesn't want to go to there, but it doesn't matter. We can figure that out. It probably needs like an HTTP at the base or something. I think that's good enough to start writing a test now that we know roughly what we need to do. Okay. So typically there's a good amount of Cucumber in this app. And usually we start with that. The Cucumber in this app, by the way, is like way different than the Cucumber we have at work.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with either.
Either, okay. Well, the thing is, like, Cucumber at work, it like actually opens up a browser and like runs it in front of you, whereas this runs it headless. and this just happens to be a smaller app and less dependencies, less going on, and it runs quite quickly. Like there's Cucumber on practically every single piece of the app, and it takes like 2 minutes to run the entire thing. Whereas at work we have Cucumber on like not everything, and it takes 45 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna look in my editor just to get a feeling for where the files are, but it's gonna be in the features directory. I'm gonna see if there's any features already about doit. Oh, I found the doit URL in here. I'm gonna link that to you, just so we have it for when we need it. Inside here. So we'll eventually replace it with.
Cool.
This is what we want. No, is it the web page? Nope, that's not the one we want. I'm gonna look at this directory structure. Yeah, we have a volunteer page. Oh, this is probably good. Okay, so if you go to features, inside there's a directory called volunteer opportunities. And we need to pick which one. I mean, we might make our own feature file, but there might be some stuff that is like perfect to integrate with. There's probably not one that's already talking about that legend below the map, though.
Where do you was the link in this feature?
Say that again?
What's the link in this feature? The doit link?
I don't understand your question.
Oh, I see it. So you had the what is it? Like doit.org. Okay, sorry, never mind. So you just cribbed the link from here.
Yeah, I just found it randomly laying around. I thought it would be useful. If there's any feature file just by name that I guess we should integrate with, it probably would be the one that's called map, volunteer opportunity. Given I'm signed in. Yeah, so there's a scenario called see a map of current volunteer opportunities. I think we should just, I don't know if we need Billy. Probably do. I think we should just copy paste that a first scenario block on line 21 and then repurpose our copied one to talk about the legend.
So line 21, I don't.
All right, I'm jumping back to look at your screen now. So I'm looking at what file you want. Okay, I lied about 21, didn't I? Oh, interesting. Are we on the same? What's the name of the file you're on?
Map volunteer opportunities, that feature.
Interesting. I don't have. What is your Git branch? Or yeah. Huh?
I am on develop. So,
Do git log.
yep.
So that top commit is Sam about handling Google API keys. Let me do git log on mine. Git log. Oh, I don't have the same head. I'm gonna do git fetch upstream and git checkout upstream develop. Okay, now I have the same head. Oh man, yeah, completely different file now. Fairly different. CMap when editing volunteer. I'm signed in. Blah blah blah. On the phone. Okay. Well, either way, I think it makes sense to put a scenario in here. So if you go to the last block at the bottom of the file, I think we should just copy paste that and
So
go on with.
which one? The C map when editing my volunteer opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to copy and paste the whole thing.
Yep. Including those tags.
The JavaScript ability.
Yeah.
So can you explain to me what that kind of does?
The tags.
Yeah.
Okay, so the tags are a Cucumber mechanism for putting special behavior on a scenario. They like decorate it.
Yeah.
So some are built into the framework, and other ones we've added custom to ourselves. So the first one is built into the framework, the @JavaScript tag. That basically means that instead of running, like the way Capybara works is it runs a server, and then you run your tests against it. What's happening is normally it's just raw HTML. There's no JavaScript. But if you want JavaScript, it runs a slightly different kind of server, and it serves your assets, and then you can actually see a lot more because JavaScript's doing more on the page. The second one, Billy, I'm not familiar with so much because I didn't implement it. That was implemented after I became less active on this project. But I think what it does is mock out the net requests with some stub data, like that they've a little bit like VCR. I don't know if you've ever used VCR, but like I think it records and serves stuff that we've seen happens already on this page. Because I think when you go to that page, it's making API calls to the doit API. And then in our test, we want that not actually happening. And I think that's what the Billy tag is for. All right. So there's a lot of setup in this. By the way, does RubyMine have the ability to jump to a step definition? I think it does. That's one of the things I used to use a lot when I used RubyMine. Let me Google it real quick. RubyMine Cucumber definition. Let's go. I'll link this to you. This is a good answer. So open the feature. Keep control, hover over the step. So it looks like you press control, hover the step. I'm just going to look at your screen.
Hold control. it should take me to page.
Damn,
Oh,
worked.
cool. Okay, so it's actually, I guess, because I want it back.
Oh, that makes sense.
Cool.
All right. So I just wanted to make sure that worked. Jump back to the file you were at before. So I was starting to say that there's a lot of setup here that is not specific to what we need to do because, you know, whether or not there's any organizations or users or volunteer opportunities, you can still view this page and it will still have a map and a legend. So there's like those 3 given blocks, and I think we can blow them all away. Although, I wonder if we actually need to sign in to go to the VolOps page. No, never mind. You were able to visit it on the production site without, so.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you don't need any of that setup. You can get rid of that, and I am signed in. One. And now I'm popping back to my editor because I want to find an existing. Okay, so I jumped over to another file, and I'll now suggest it to you as well. The sibling to this file is called list volunteer orgs or opportunities. No, sorry, I mean in your editor.
What's the file is called?
I think it's one over. It's called list volunteer opportunities. And so what I'm looking for is a step that will navigate us to the page. And so I think in here,
The volunteer opportunities page.
exactly, yeah, grab that thing.
It's what this given statement.
Mm-hmm. And type out end-I-debug.
Right here.
Yeah. With a capital A. And then, does that let you jump to a step definition? No. I'm gonna grep the app real quick for bug in features. So it's just end debugger. Yep. So I would blow away the 2 steps below that.
So back to this file, remove and visit.
Yep. And let's just, okay, so I'm reading your line numbers. Line 83. So in your terminal, type cucumber, the name of the file, colon, 83.
So at the end of this line.
No, sorry, in your terminal. We're going to actually run the test right now, catch that debugger.
Okay. So it's cucumber, and then there's L83.
Well, we need the name of the file. I'm not familiar with your editor, so I don't know how to get that. But from memory, it's something like features slash volunteer opportunities slash map, yeah. And then backspace colon 83. Looks like it's doing a little more installing. Is that a stack trace? Oh, okay, yeah. We'll need to run that. Cool. So again, this kind of cucumber never opens the browser, but I'm not exactly sure how to debug at this point. I'm just shooting in the dark. Type page.body. Right. So I'm gonna have to do
I see it right here.
right. So do find I'm gonna have to look up a capybara cheat sheet. Capybara cheat sheet. I think href, that would be perfect. Of course you can do that. I don't want to use it. What's up? Oh, you know what? I have an idea. I'm gonna paste this to you in Slack. This is part. Actually, yeah. If you just copy paste that, is that even valid, capybara? Oh, you know what? Sorry, that was from the question. It's not going to work. This is gonna work. What I'm about to send you. A little more like that, I believe. I don't know what's up with that nil. I'll just sync you to Stack Overflow because we might end up flipping through a few of these.
Cool.
Oh, nice. I'm curious if it's returning true for the wrong reason. That's one of the reasons why it's always better to write your test first. So we'll finish this test, but then we're gonna undo our change and see if it still passes. Because it might be somewhere else on the page as well, so we might need to be more specific. Okay. So anyway, this is good enough. Keep that, what you just typed into the terminal, keep it handy. And let's go back into the file and make a step definition that basically runs that expectation. So the way that Cucumber stuff is normally organized is that there's a featured step definition folder, and then it's usually featured specific in there, like there would be a featured step definitions like volunteer opportunities or something. I'm not sure if that's the case here. I'm going to go digging though. So I see featured step definitions, and then there's a file inside there called volunteer op steps. I think we should put our step definition in here.
Volunteer underscore ops steps.
Op singular, I think. Yeah, probably shouldn't be, but yeah. So copy paste that last one.
For them.
Yep.
This one.
Yep. And yeah, let's modify the inside. So what do we want our step to say? Then I should see a
So that's a new window.
I mean that's like completely unrelated. We need something that's like asserting about seeing the legend with the doit hyperlink or something like that. So in between those two slashes, just blow away all that text. Actually, keep the
Should we change the carrots?
yeah, keep the caret and the $sign, but blow away everything else. And then let's put in there. I should see. I wouldn't even put quotes because this is just going to be hard coded all the way through. There's nothing going to. Well, we'll go into that.
I should see a link to.
I should. Well, I want to sort of explain that it's a legend as well. I mean, we shouldn't even necessarily say I should see. I should see it's pretty normal to start this, but we could say the legend should have a hyperlink to the doit page. Let me actually look at the language in the ticket. Or could you pull up the ticket real quick?
Yeah.
Maybe there's some good language in there. Make doit mentions in map key B hyperlinks. It's weird, there's only one, obviously. The doit word in the key is a hyperlink. So if I wanted to be like super specific, we could write this as like then, well, it already says then, the doit, like literally what he's saying, the doit word in the legend should be a hyperlink.
So remove this and just copy.
Well, I'm just sort of ad-libbing this, and I don't think it should be exactly as it is there because the grammar doesn't match, but.
Word, the legend.
Yeah. To the doit site. I don't know. Yep, looks good. On the right side of the word do, blow away the pipe organization pipe, because that's like for an argument if we were extracting something from the regex, but we are not doing any regex args here. Get rid of that trailing white space. And then in here, let's put that thing that we did down there in the terminal, the expect page to have hyperlink.
And then are we keeping this number of windows? Or
No, that's just completely specific to the one we copy pasted from as well. Cool. So I think that's all we need to. Oh, we need to go back to the feature file and write that assertion for it to map to this.
And I click the doit link.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I would just actually copy paste it and we'll fix the syntax.
So copy paste this.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Before, could you change the word the to be downcased?
Sure.
Yeah.
What's the reason?
You'll see in a minute.
Okay.
So get rid of the word, or get rid of end debugger, and
To then?
yeah, go ahead and paste. Yeah.
Just then?
Oh yeah, then perfect. Yep. And that's why I wanted to downcase the word the, because I didn't want the second word of the sentence to be capitalized. So
this should also be downcased? Or just...
yeah, it'll need to be downcased to match the one that you just downcased. So that should be it. See if RubyMine picks that up and flips you back over there.
Cool.
Okay, cool. So sanity check there. All right, so I would in your terminal continue the debugger so that the test ends, and then rerun the test. Okay, so now do git stash -p.
Git stash?
-p. And I'm having a hard time reading this.
So we're doing a stash
no.
deletion. Should we do yes or no?
I want to skip basically everything except for the what we changed in the view. So this is no for this thing.
This is almost like git add -p, but for stash.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, press yes for this, and then Q.
Yes. Q?
No, we don't want to do that. Q. So Q basically does no for all the rest. So basically what I'm trying to do here is to take away our implementation and see if our test fails. So if you do git status right now, or git diff, we should see that we only have a test.
Just git diff?
Yeah, git diff. Nice.
Now rerun the spec.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I see what you're saying about how we kind of went backwards.
Okay. That is actually really good news.
Cool.
That means that we didn't just like totally BS it. I would like to make the spec more specific so that if just at some future point another thing lands on the page, it'll be sort of specific to the legend. But either way, do git stash apply. And we should have that back now.
Yeah.
And over in your browser, let's inspect the element where it's at and see if we can figure out some. Yeah. Oh, actually, there are two mentions of the word do it. There's not just one. Okay. Well, we'll get that in another spec. Okay, so there's a map legend class, so we could scope our search to that. That is probably where we want to start. I don't know if the syntax will work, but in the step definition, put a block around that what you have there. So actually, like, open a new line above it, type the word within, and then like open close parens. We'll come back and fill that stuff in. Space do.
Yep.
And then yeah, take what's below it and indent it, and then put an N below it. And you have a trailing white space after the word do.
Okay.
You should have something on your editor to show that to you. All right, so inside the word within, put a string and type dot map legend underscore. So I don't know if this is valid syntax. I think it is. Let's just kick off the test again and see if it yells. Ideally, it'll just pass.
Cool.
Cool. So, I mean, we're not going to go nuts here and like try to prove this right now, but we could probably have some link elsewhere on the page that's not in the legend area, and that should not sort of like affect this test.
Got it.
Now I'm thinking about the fact that we discovered the other doit thing. So could you inspect the DOM on that? Because now we need to figure out how to basically make the assertion that both of them are doits. All right, so interesting. So the first one is in a class called key text. The TD's class is key text. The second one.
They're both in the same class.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, right. They're okay. You know what? I'm curious how the have link matcher acts when there's two links on the page. If it will get angry. Could you pop back to the view and let's just right now skip ahead and implement the other doit link and then rerun the test and see what the test thinks of that. Because some of the capybara matchers basically want there to only be one match. I guess this one's not like that, though. Okay.
So is this a valid test?
Well, right now it's if we were to have failed to put the second doit as a link, the test would still pass. So it's not valid enough for me. If you wouldn't mind, undo your change to the second doit, and let's figure out how to get this test to be more specific and fair. And then we'll get it to pass, and we'll be complete.
Can we do it? Can we do a check on text, or do you think?
Yeah, I think that's probably what we'll have to do. I'm trying to think of like the least ugly way. Like there's a couple ways that I know that we could reach for, like XPath, for instance. That is like this super specific query language for XML. And it like will target something super exactly. But it might be overkill. So could you throw a debugger in your step definition and then run your test? Yeah, it can be anywhere, above or below. All right, so I'm just going to sort of mess around with some queries on the DOM here.
Do you remember the syntax, or do you want me to look it up?
No, I think I know the syntax. Right now, could you do all and then a string where you do dot key text?
So you said all?
Yep, all, and then parentheses, open string, dot key text.
Space text?
Underscore, because we're basically looking for all the nodes with that class, I think.
Oh.
Yep, run that. Okay, that didn't work.
Oh, spelling.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay, so we got what, like 3? Which makes sense. So with those 3, we could.
Wait, are you seeing 3 TDs?
Well, I mean, there are these
Oh.
big objects that are like capybara elements, but do up arrow and then do dot length. You have a list of 3 of these.
Yeah, okay.
They're a little bit opaque right now, but I think we can sort of drill into them and get interesting information. So, those right there, we could, I guess. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't want to be too specific about the text. I just want to say that the first and the third have that href. Could you do like instead of dot length, do dot map and open up a block with a curly brace?
And then,
I guess you could like L or X or whatever. Yeah, and then do expect X to have link. Or actually, you know what? That's going to throw an error because one of them won't. Do X. Shit. You know what? Backspace all the way back and just do all dot first. Dot, or not, sorry, not all the way back, but all blah 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 dot first instead of all blah 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 dot length or map. Yeah.
so what is it?
Dot first dot methods dot grep. And then space, oh no, these arguments, slash, and then we'll put in the word has underscore, and then end slash. And put an underscore after has. Yeah, and run that. Boom. So these are what we can go for. And I'm seeing if they have a has link. Yeah, they do. Perfect. So now let's go back to the map idea now that we know what method we can call. And let's do all blah 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 dot map. So I don't want to use expect because I think it will like throw an error in the middle of our loop. So let's
like
do
X that has link.
Exactly, but with the same arguments that we were using before. Let's see how it likes that.
Like,
yeah, I think 2 arguments like nil and then href blah.
oh, sorry. Oh yeah, we were doing that up in our expect.
Right. Yeah, so I guess like have link maps to has link, or I'm hoping it does. Oh, has link with a question mark, I guess.
Cool. Took a little bit to run.
Yeah, so the reason why it took a little bit is because when it's false, it like sits there and waits. So what we're gonna do is not actually loop through them all because we don't need to write an assertion that needlessly wastes time on the second one. But either way, this is good enough to get an idea. Could you change the word or change nil to do it? I'm curious if that's where we can get specific about the link text. But make that a string.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So here's an idea. Going back up to the code, let's do right within the within block, right at the top of it. Do we're gonna like 3 comma separated arguments. We're gonna do like parallel assignment. So the first and the third is what we want. I guess we could do like first comma underscore comma third, just to be explicit what we're doing here. Put some spaces in, of course, but
The first column underscore column third.
yeah, but get rid of like put no space after your before your comma. What am I trying to say? No, you know that's fine. Actually, at least it's consistent.
Oh, okay, that's it.
So do equals after these 3 arguments. Do equals.
Yeah.
And what did I want? Oh, all, and then that matcher. Without the map, I think that's good enough, because basically if we do map, then we have to loop through all 3 and ask.
Is this just going to ignore the first? Sorry, ignore the second one?
Yeah, exactly. So underscore, a lot of languages have this, and I'm glad Ruby has it too. It basically throws away an argument. So actually, for that underscore, could you put the comma on the right side of it, like no space?
Yes.
And then a space after that?
Yes.
Yeah. So what that should do is, like, before we had 3 nodes, this should grab us the first and the third, and then let's just write 2 expects. Sort of like what you have there, instead of expect page, like expect first, expect third.
So we'll get rid of expect page.
Well, yeah.
We're keeping this. Expect first.
And yep, throw out the debugger, change those nils to hrefs. Or not hrefs, do it. And yeah, I think that's it. Run the test, and hopefully it'll fail for the right reason. Okay. So
Cool.
so what I think that's telling us is that, well, it's hard to distinguish at this point, but I think that it doesn't like the fact that it can't find the other doit. So if you pop back over to your view code and undo your, or redo, whichever way. Nice.
It's hard to get used to Command Shift Z. What do you do? All right.
It doesn't like it, huh? Okay, so let's go into our test with some debuggers. Let's put a debugger above each expect so we can figure out which one is blowing up. All right, I would just release that debugger. Oh, dang, okay.
So it's not finding the first one.
Yeah, it's not finding the first one. Weird. If you scroll up in your terminal history, back to where we were doing that map thing, could you copy paste that last successful map we did so we could like paste its the last one below? Yeah, and let's just like throw that in our code and make sure it's like side by side exactly the same.
Down here.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Is there any difference?
Key text. Do it.
Oh, has link needs question marks. How is it not yelling about that? The error message was super vague.
Yeah.
Huh.
Edge.
Weird. I mean, I would always expect that not to work because the error message was not about that. Oh, what's that say? Okay, you know what? This seems to be about that it doesn't quite translate the has link. Oh, you know what? We
Oh,
have
and I
have
have link. It should be has.
Yeah. I mean, it might actually not like has link. What we might do is expect third dot has link to equal true. Yeah, let's do that.
Just true. To the third.
Wait. Let me think about this. Expect blah to have link. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna do expect and then open a new line with the first yeah, and then put a new line right after first. And then take that whole like has link stuff and like make it just like dot has link off of the whole thing off of first. Yeah. Put your spacing at 2 spaces for the indent with expect. And then expect that to equal or just EQ.
It should be true. Or
yeah, I'm a fan of just EQ true. Yeah. Lowercase t. And then yeah, copy paste that and change it to third. And hopefully that will work. And fix that spacing. Or the indent, I mean. Weird that I put it back there. Alright. Let's give that a try. What's that say? Undefined method has link for capybara result. That is weird, dude.
What's that? I mean, we wrote that.
Yeah, go back to that thing we copy pasted before. All right, let's do a sanity check here. Comment out your expects and your debuggers. No, keep actually the all.
Keep this.
Keep that. Comment out everything else we've done with these expects. And then put an expect around that thing we just copy pasted in. Like put a new line after the expect and then that big honking thing right there. Yeah, you've got some interesting indent. Huh. Oh yeah, so do expect to equal true, false, true.
True.
Oh, in an array. Yeah, alright, let's try that. Okay, that worked. What the hell? How is this different? That's so weird. All that key text. What? So could you uncomment the stuff we were using before?
Yeah.
Has link, do it. And when it failed, what did it say? Was it undefined method has link or?
Yeah, undefined method has link.
Okay. So I'm sorry, comment that stuff back out. And just run it, catch that debugger. So type first.class. It's a capybara result. But if you do all.keytext, you know, that matcher thing, .map class, do either the curly brace thing or .map with the like ampersand colon class.
That's what followed?
Yeah, ampersand colon class. So they're different. That is so weird. All right, so okay, do me this. Do like up arrow and then like right before your map put a 2A. But before the map, yeah. Okay. So do this for me. Get rid of the map class thing.
Yeah.
But keep the 2A part. And then go to the very beginning and put like first comma underscore equals. Yeah. And first.class. Okay. So this is really weird. Apparently, like, okay, I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm pretty sure if we now go back to the code and change line number 101 to have .2a at the very end of it, that the stuff it'll produce into first and third will be these nodes instead of the results. I mean, maybe it won't work. Maybe it's like really black magic-y now, but that's my suspicion. All right, so do first.class. Okay, that's good. That's good. Didn't blow up. Nice. All right, so pop out those debuggers and get rid of the commented code.
So I needed to convert those to an array.
There's yeah, there's some magic where it returns a different type. I wouldn't worry about it too much, but we just figured out a little quirky, not really a bug, but like hidden feature. All right, so just to be like overly cautious, pop back to your code and undo or redo, whichever way you have to do to get rid of that second hyperlink. And let's rerun the test. Okay.
Cool.
And yeah. So at this point, I think we
Oh,
just need
nice.
to clean this up into a commit, and I think we've done it. Or at least like done something enough for RFC. So we don't want to check in the change to the deletion of that Dart RVMRC file.
Yeah, it might be.
That'll work, yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
So we're gonna do no. Yes.
Cool. I think that the branch name is supposed to match something about the ticket. Open a file called contributing.md.
So you put the date.
Or I think that's actually the ticket number. I might be wrong.
So should I grab this? Should I make it? Let's make dimensions and map key. Map key hyperlinks.
Yes, I think the first part needs to be, though, that number. Is there like a permalink in the URL of the ticket?
Yeah. Oh, so it's this thing right here.
Yeah. Yep. Looks good.
Do you have any specifics on committing?
So I have a general rule of how to write a message. The first letter should be capital, there should be no punctuation, and it should be written in the imperative tense. So it would be something like, honestly, the way that
Like,
I would make the commit message to be the exact same as the description of the ticket. Not because it has to be, but because it actually is the perfect description. I think you need commit -m before
right,
the string.
Yeah. Yeah, because that would have just brought me to like that weird mode, right?
Yeah. I think that's good. And okay, so do get remote -v. All right, let's rename origin to masters. So that would be get remote rename origin upstream.
Wait, why are we doing this again?
So that what I'm gonna do is have you fork the repo, and then you'll call that fork origin, and this one will be called upstream. Get remote rename origin upstream. Sorry. All right. So on GitHub, fork it. Then yeah, grab the oh, gotcha.
Grab the what?
Grab the SHA, or the not the SHA, the yeah, git URL. Yeah.
All right.
And get remote add origin, paste that thing. And I think git push origin. it probably is going to make you put the branch name in, but you could just try git push origin.
Okay.
Oh, I wonder if that'll work. Yeah, try that.
Cool.
Nice.
Make pull request or
Yeah, definitely.
do we need to add any more?
I would just like paste the link
to the
to the
ticket.
ticket.
We actually have to make an account on.
What?
I don't actually have an account on here. Am I missing out? Like, will I not be able to see some information?
Yeah, if you make an account, you'll be able to like have a notification in your email if someone comments on a ticket that you've been participating in. But as you can see, otherwise it's public. So, yeah, cool. I think that's it. There's probably going to be comments from Hound on here that are going to ask you to like, I don't know.
If I look at style guide.
Yeah. So it's your choice if you want to amend your commit to address all of them, or if you want to do separate commits, whichever you prefer.
It seemed like was everyone else using double quoted strings?
Yeah, I mean, I think originally it didn't have Hound, but Hound attacks on new stuff. So it's like the idea that new stuff is at a higher standard. Looks like most of the stuff is single quotes.
Yeah, so I guess I can change that. Is that it? Is it only,
Yeah,
seems like that's the only thing.
yeah, I guess so. And then there's like obviously a CI run happening right now on Travis. It takes about 8 minutes to complete.
Will it like restart?
Yeah, oh yeah, it'll restart. It doesn't matter. It's not like we're gonna merge it tonight, so. Um,
That was it. Bunch of response, right? Excuse me.
oh, while you're at it,
Yeah.
the scenario, there's like a space after or there's like a new line after it. The one we copy pasted it from did have that, but let's remove that from ours. I think that's.
The space up here.
Hold on, I'm switching back to look at your screen. Yeah, that one.
So it's like right up there.
Yeah.
I wonder, are you familiar with like the new line preferences for Ruby line?
No, I don't.
Didn't you used to use?
Yeah, I mean, I assume that this puts the. Are you asking about like what the indentation level is? I think you're close there. Convert indents to spaces is probably what's going wrong.
This is not let you get to that area.
Oh yeah, I guess not. Yeah, I don't know. Let me Google.
code style. Well, I'm using continuation and then I think that should be 2 instead of 4, right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Cool.
Perfect.
And then what was the other thing? Highlighting for like space.
Oh yeah, that would be really nice. Let me Google that.
Space.
Huh, there's a way to actually get Git to do that when you're committing. That's crazy. Or to get Git to like not commit them.
No way in Ruby mine.
Go to Preferences Editor and check Ensure Line Feed at File End on Save. So there's something called strip trailing spaces on save. You could do that.
So it's in Preferences Editor.
Yeah, and then
Code style.
apparently
Really?
it doesn't give me any more detail than that. But something about strip. I don't know if you can actually search the word strip up there. Is that what no results looks like? Search the word like trail or trailing.
Strip trailing spaces on save.
Yeah. And that other one, ensure line feed at file end on save, is another good one.
So is this all?
Oh, modified lines. No. Modified lines is better because otherwise that means every time you open a file that someone else didn't.
Oh, it's gonna change it.
Yeah.
And then the line feed at file end. What's that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Basically, that means that has to be a certain character. It's hard for me to explain, but next time I see it on GitHub, I'll show it to you. Because there's people that we work with that don't have it, and then like, yeah, I don't know. It'll show up in the diff, but that's like general good practice.
We want to show it. Show white space.
Trailing. That is so cool. If you have that, you almost don't need it to be stripped, but that strip thing looks pretty nice as well, so. I don't see it doing that.
It's dots.
Oh, I can't see it, but those are dots on your
Yeah,
thing?
there's like little dots.
Oh, nice.
See, you can see it. Hands. Do you see it?
Like there's
like 3 little dots here.
I believe you, but like there's a little bit of color blur, and I know that it's probably like a light, like a. Yeah, I can't see it on my thing, but.
Believe me, it's there. All right, let me push up these changes.
If you want at this point, just do git checkout.rvmrc, so you don't have that thing.
Should I push up the changes first?
Well, what git checkout.rvmrc will basically bring it back, so it's no longer part of the diff.
Yeah. All right.
And then git diff now should only be the stuff that you really want.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little bit better than RVMRC. We add -p and then having to go through it.
Right. I mean, Either or. On my machine for Namely, I don't. I have like 20 uncommitted files.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just get used to it. Like, I don't want to delete these. I don't want to commit them. So if you want, you could amend your commit. I don't know. How do you feel about that? Do you want to do that?
Yeah. So what are we gonna do? Like cherry pick the commit or something, or?
Nope, you don't even need to do that. Basically, amend will rewrite your top commit.
Well, I just hit get add.
That's fine. That hasn't actually done anything other than stage it.
Cool.
So if you do git commit -- amend, that's all you need to actually do here. That's fine. Do :WQ
Or X.
or X. Yep. That's crazy. You can open Vim inside of Ruby.
Yeah, it's exception.
And then if you do git log, for instance, you'll see only one commit here. If you do git show, you'll see that those are like now. It's now like one commit.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah. So you can now git push origin -f.
But look, it's like making it seem like I just changed it from. Oh, I see what you're saying. Got
So
it.
you amended the commit. You basically
Yeah,
rewrote
yeah.
that history.
Yeah.
And so it says like when you first wrote it, you had wrote it the way that you just adjusted it to be.
So
I do that a lot, but it's something that should be done with like a reasonable amount of caution.
you're rewriting history essentially.
Yeah.
So I could just do add again.
Now you don't git add. There's nothing to do now. Now you just want to git push origin -f. Well, don't do -f and see the error message it gives you.
Can I just do git push origin head?
Sure, yeah. So it's going to yell at you that it's not going to accept it because it's already got a commit there, and you're yeah. So do it again with -f, and so the new GitHub UI doesn't like collapse those Hound CI things.
Oh no!
But it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's sort of like a GitHub UI bug, in my opinion.
Yeah, because usually I think of that as like, all right, I fixed whatever somebody's commented on.
Right. Like stuff, it used to work so that it would like show that 4 people have commented on like an outdated commit or whatever. It had some way of.
So how do you know that my changes have been? Like, how do you see?
You just sort of have to. Yeah, I mean the commit's small enough that you can tell.
Yeah.
So it's fine. But yeah, I think that's it. I guess if you want, take the link to your PR and go into the local support chat and just be like RFC with this PR or something like that.
In local support.
Mm-hmm. You're number 365.
Oh, I guess I should do like at here.
Nah, it's fine. People will see it.
Are most of the users based in the UK?
Yeah. Like this site is targeting a specific area like north of London.
No, I meant like most of the users in Agile Ventures.
Oh, okay, like most of the programmers? They're worldwide. I mean, mostly European, or like it's like half European, half American, and then there's like a smattering of other time zones like Russia, Asia, Africa even. There's several from Africa. Yeah. And so there's like scrums happening around the day for people to pop into and try to coordinate. I don't think any of the scrums are very well attended just because this is such like a loosely knit organization. The one that's usually best attended is the one that Sam hosts, which is due to the time difference a bit early. It's like 7 a.m. or something. or maybe 6 a.m. But when I was like originally quit my sales job and like doing local support full time, it'd be like that's the thing that I wake up for in the morning for the scrum with Sam.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
For what were you guys working on? Website one?
I basically only ever worked on local support. Yeah.
So this is for users to find, I guess, volunteer work, right? So then do we work with any of the other organizations?
Yeah. There's a customer, right? That's not really Agile Ventures, and that's what makes this project good, right? So like we are, or she is our client, and Sam visits her a few times a month. I'm not sure if it's quite weekly, and he like sets up his computer with a Google Hangout and he records these sessions. In fact, they're all recorded on the Agile Ventures page, and like they discuss features, and like that's how the whole pivotal tracker storyboard gets built. The actual load time of clicking on one of those projects is slow because I think it does like net calls to YouTube that it doesn't need to or something. But there's videos. A number of them are, and documents I think also have been derived from conversations. And hey, that's you.
Oh, nice. Okay, so each one of our sessions gets, so now everyone can see every single feature that's been built, essentially.
Yeah, I think that's you. Although it's a little weird that it's already uploaded because I haven't even turned off the broadcast yet. Maybe that's someone else's Ruby mine. But yeah, off the top of my head, I'm not very good at browsing and finding the client sessions. But I mean, Sam has a variety of artifacts from all that stuff, and I've in the past, gotten up early enough to be in and on the conversation and talk to the client. Her name is Rachel, and their organization is basically sort of like an umbrella organization for charities in the area. They seek to organize other charities. And so I was starting to say that they'll like go out to the other charities and sort of like talk to them and get their volunteer opportunities on this site and stuff like that.
You know, I was born in the UK, right?
Me?
I was
Oh, you were. Where at?
Bristol.
Is that near London?
I feel like it's like, let's see. I only lived there until I was two, so like, ended up being able to find it on a map easily. I think it's closer to Wales, though.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, okay. Nice.
And then I actually lived in Bristol, Connecticut as well. It's funny. This is cool, though. So this is a list of all the volunteer opportunities.
Are you looking at production or local?
This is production.
Oh, okay.
So does it actually link you to like the site? Or
Some
you
of
can see
them
my
have
screen.
URLs. It depends on the charity of whether or not they. Yeah, there's not really a point to click on that there. It's when you're
Well,
back
like,
on the main page, because clicking on that will take you to the show page. But once you're already on the show page, it
oh, okay.
just takes you there.
Okay. So can you tell which ones have links, like websites based on
Well,
links?
the ones that like the legend says, uh, have been updated. So I would assume some of the updated ones do. And well, you found
So,
the one that Sam set up.
yeah, So this part, I mean, but it seems like it's mainly in this general area, right?
Right. It's like a
Uh,
not quite a borough. I don't know what they call it, but some sort of subdivision of the Greater London area called Harrow.
let's see. Okay, so all of my checks are passed. What is coveralls?
It measures test coverage. Ruby has like a lot of good test tooling, and one of the things it can tell like parts of files that are don't get run in any tests. So this does it for the entire app and aggregates it. So it lets you know that if like a particular pull request is like introducing code that's not tested, that will sort of like pop up as a decrease in the percentage overall of the app.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think Code Climate does that as well, right?
I don't know.
Well, it like gives you this grade. I wonder if this grade is based on how much testing you have.
I thought it wasn't, but
But it
maybe it
wasn't.
is. Yeah, I thought it was more about like looking at the length of your methods and local variables and loops and stuff like that, but maybe I'm wrong.
Okay. We have too many gems. Yeah, so I guess we're just waiting now for somebody to take a look.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, Sam will probably take a look and respond on your PR tomorrow. So yeah, man. All right, well, it's
Thanks,
good.
John. This was
Yeah,
really fun. I want to do. This is like a good intro
yeah,
project.
yeah. I like this app. This was like a good story to do to set up, and there's another one that might be interesting that I linked you today. That's more like a refactoring story, so we can like look at some business logic, and I think it's already well tested, so
Yeah.
we can freely refactor it to read more cleanly, and there's something that Sam pointed to that was like measuring the complexity of the function or something, so we can like try to make that a better score or something.
Better score in Code Climate.
Yeah, I think it's code climate. I'm not
Okay.
100% sure.
Cool. Yeah. Let me know when you want to work on that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, dude. Well, I think that's it. I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
And man, thanks so much for your help. I'll bring you some snacks tomorrow.
I can't say no to that.
See you, man.
All right, see ya.